off with story number one, a story that basically almost broke me yesterday. In fact, I may actually be broken and just hadn't quite figured it out yet. The synapses aren't quite there yet. The headline for story number one: Trump condemns FAA diversity initiatives during DC crash briefing, sparks backlash. We opened yesterday's show with the crash, the collision between the helicopter and the airplane that happened late in the evening on Wednesday. Thursday was essentially people doing what they could to kind of see what was going on. It was a long, dark, cold night. And right now, or right then, no one knew the real answers. Right now, people have a lot more answers. We'll go into that more in the detail in the weekend with what's happening here. But in the briefing that happened fairly early in the investigation, in fact, the NTSB had not actually been on the scene to have their first briefing yet. Donald Trump had, I'm going to say, his new cabinet of folks out there to basically hype up him and his leadership in all of 10 days and basically call out DEI for the mid-air collision without giving any actual, proof of DEI. Now, the remarks came as he criticized the FAA and their diversity, equity, inclusion initiatives, basically saying they're hiring people for mentally ill people and people who aren't qualified to do things based off of some sort of just agency focus. To just have diversity, have different people there and not have any merits going forward. And there was a big lack of evidence on what was there. He also blamed the pilots and military pilots, which had his new Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, there to say, yeah, we're going to figure it out. He also had his brand new director, literally sworn in and right before the actual briefing coming in, and the names escape me because it's not written into the notes, so I apologize for that. Who came in and who was there for the first briefing that the mayor gave going forward, and then came in for this one to also hype the president going forward. Sean Duffy came in and did his thing. Then Trump took some questions, mostly focusing on the plane incident because that's what was there for. So he deflected other things and said, but those are important things. And just basically said there's so many people with disabilities in the FAA, and that's what's wrong with everything going forward. Then the NTSB came in and said, we don't know what's happening yet. We just got here, so back off and let us get to work. And they're seen to begin to work. It will be months until we get real determination. The black boxes were recovered late in the afternoon yesterday, so it'll take time to go over those things. We do have pictures. A lot of people had surveillance video of what looked like what happened, so they got to see what's going on. And it does seem like the helicopter flew into the path of the airplane, which is going over descent to land. And the big answer is the why. The why. So we'll get into the why because the hows based off of President Donald Trump, so far, not so great.